Hey, it's Nick from thefitnessfarmer.com, here to help you grow towards a better or healthier lifestyle. Today I'm talking a little bit more about behaviour and habits and why perhaps some people overeat, if overweight's a problem. And here to really explain a little bit why it might not be 100% your fault. Okay, it can be to do with emotions, it can be to do with sort of instincts, all right, and not really understanding perhaps how your brain fully works. Okay, so breaking this down, I've used basically the chimp paradox, which is formulated really from a guy called Steve Peters. There's been theories behind it before that's, you know, you got the reptilian sort of brain as well. It's not the first time it's been discovered, but he's the most sort of recent guy who's taken it and sort of formulated it in a different way. And he's worked with, like, you know, British athletes and Chris Hoy. He's done a book if you choose to buy it, that's cool. But I thought I'd explain it a little bit to hopefully so you could grasp it. So our brain then, I've actually made it simple. Put it into 3 different categories where you've got your human brain. Okay, this functions on, more of logic, okay, and facts. Then you're going to have like your computer, which you could look at as your memory, all right, or storage. And then you've got your chimp. I was going to draw a chimp, but not very good at it. I couldn't really do a very good job of it. You've got your chimp, which is almost like your instincts, okay, which will be things like, you know, instant sort of gratification, that sort of, you know, survival instincts, the food, the sex, that all comes into that a little bit. All right, so bear in mind, we are all animals of nature. All right, so chimp quite often is responsible for immediate reactions. Okay, it's been said it has been 5 times stronger than the human brain. Okay, it's powerful. I personally think it depends on how developed your human brain could be, how much you sort of use the human brain. Some of us might live in more sort of primitive backgrounds, perhaps, where we, you know, if you live in different parts where you live a simpler life, a bit more in touch with nature, perhaps your chimp is stronger. Perhaps. Okay, we're all different, bear that in mind. So, but if you live in a society, then you want to be able to control the old human brain. All right, this is the bit really that can help you have a balance between the chimp and the human. So, what's the deal then? Well, sometimes if you feel hungry, you think, right, okay, I'm going to have food, I'm going to have it now. Oh, I know. I like to have that ready-made meal because it's going to be ready for me to eat straight away, and I know I like the taste of it. If you keep doing that, all right, that'll be the chimp, okay? Going, right, I'm hungry, I eat now, boom. Okay, if you keep doing that, you'll then put that in to storage as your computer. That's what you get used to doing. All right, so if you keep letting your chimp feed the computer, the memory, then you'll resort back to that over and over again. And your chimp's always going to have first dibs on anything. So where's the human brain come into it? Well, because the human brain is slower, okay, I perhaps think because it's taken time over generations and years, centuries of evolution, that perhaps it's a bit slower because we're trying to create it a bit more. So it is slower. So how are you going to engage this brain then? Well, take your time, think, use your logic, okay, use facts to then think, if I do exactly what the chimp says, which is have that bar of chocolate or packet of crisps or microwave meal, how am I going to feel afterwards? Am I giving my body what it needs? Okay, if I give my body what it needs, then I might not actually end up overeating because my body won't keep saying to me, you're still hungry because you haven't had the nutrition that your body needs. If I eat properly to start off with, then I'll be satisfied. And then maybe I'll feel better for eating healthily. That's if you engage your human brain. If you do this, the chimp, boom, 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 now, you'll have the packet of crisps, bar of chocolate, ready meal, okay, eat it. But then what happens afterwards? Quite often we eat to satisfy ourselves straight away, but we've not given ourselves the body what we need, and we're like, oh, we're hungry again, maybe 30 minutes later. So think about it. Don't let the chimp have complete control. All right. So your computer then, I'll come back to this. This is your storage, this is your memory. All right. This is, if you let your human brain, part of your brain, control what goes into it a little bit more, using logic, all right, you're going to have a better sort of memory. I.e., I know I'll eat that because last time I ate that, it felt really good, and you'll make good associations then. Because there is such a thing as filling your mind full of rubbish, whether it be through television or media, or indeed food. So what else? I mean, the chimp, let's be honest, alcohol, all right? So you consume alcohol on a night out. I've done a video on alcohol. Pretty much disengages the human part of your brain. We've all done it. You go out, you're like, oh yeah, you do things you wouldn't normally do, say things you wouldn't normally say, perhaps. And then, towards the end of the night, I want a kebab, or I want something to eat. There's always kebabs, there's always burgers, there's always maybe a curry. All right, certain curries are healthy, by the way. But, or chips, cheesy chips. You chimp, I want it now. Okay? Your chimp is stronger and it reacts quicker than your human brain, remember that. You can't alter the nature of your chimp, but you can you're still responsible for its behaviour. The guy, again, Steve Peters, that I'll reference to, he puts it towards it's like owning a dog. If you own a dog and there's a bit of a nature to it, you know, he is what it is, okay? Just because he's a bit of a bugger, all right, it doesn't mean then it's acceptable for you to allow it to be. So you can't allow that dog to go off and run around and chase kids or bite them, or, you know, let them free to attack other animals. That's not all right because it's in its nature. It's up to you as an owner to keep control of it, keep it on the lead. Perhaps then maybe get it to have some sort of dog behaviour classes or something. You're still responsible for it. So this chimp, and I just know there's people out there thinking, oh, that's the reason. That's the reason. I've got a green card to do whatever I want. I can just blame the chimp every time. I mean, you know, some of us, I'd like to say, it's not 5 times as strong. I'd like to say probably it's 10 times. Just for fun, really. But you are responsible for the behaviour of the chimp. It's really hard to grasp the process of it. The sort of, you got to practice it. You got to practice it. You got to think, right, stop, think, take a deep breath. Is this what you really want? And that's how you define between what part of your brain's working. All right, you ask yourself, is this what I want? Do I want to have these thoughts? Do I want to have that bit of cake? Do I want to then, do I really want to go and do whatever it is you're going to do? And if the answer's not really, I don't really want that, I just feel like I'm going to, okay, I don't want that, then it's probably your human, well, that is your human part of your brain saying, stop, think, is it really what you want? Okay? Again, instinctive, boom, that's your chimp. I want it now, boom, black and white. You see things black and white, that's your chimp brain. All right, so think about it. I'm hungry, I want this, I need feeding, I need nutrition, whatever, I want it now. As in regards to the human brain thinking, okay, let's settle down, let's chill out, let's prepare something healthy, We'll eat, and if we eat it, it's going to be good fuel, it's going to make us feel better afterwards, and then you're loading yourself with that computer of good memories and good storage, good habits, processes. All right, this is what it is. Everything's habit. Okay. And all behaviour is motivated, even bad behaviour. All right, with the chimp, the naughty little monkey. Okay, it's motivated. Why? Through things like emotions. Okay, I'm upset. Someone's upset me. I'm going to go hit him or something. You've got to stop. Think, well, what happens if I do that? Is it ever going to stop? Okay, with food, it would be, I'm upset, I'm lonely, or someone just left me, or I want that comfort, I want that stimulant, that taste. But is it what you really want? Because if you keep doing that, your then body becomes more and more unhealthy because you're filling it probably with sugar and processed foods, artificial flavourings, which in turn will make your body unhealthy body, unhealthy mind. To be honest, we all have blowouts. There's times where we do let the chimp out of the cage. To a point, perhaps, it's good to do it, because otherwise I'll get so frustrated, I'll just break out of the cage and I'll just stay out. Which tends to happen with people who are too strict on their diets, a little bit, if they obsess over it. And they miss one day, they lose it, and then they just forget it, and then they just go off on one. That's the chimp escaped, and it just eats what it wants, and then problem. Okay, so every now and then, a little bit of what you fancy probably does do you good. Just bear in mind of the consequences, a little bit. Okay? Think about it. Your chimp is very strong. It's responsible for your instinctive reactions. Okay, give yourself some time for this person here, the human. It's important to be a part of society that, if we are a member of society, we need to use this, be a human. All right? Me personally, I got on well when I lived in the jungle for 2 months. I did some wildlife conservation. Brilliant. Didn't look at a phone or a wallet for 2 months. Cooked on a fire. Brilliant. Loved it. Maybe I'm a chimp. That's the thing. We were supposed to probably grow up in the jungle. That's as animals in nature. It's just that we've now developed into something else. So you've got to train yourself to think, stop, pause. What is it you want? Do you want to feel healthy long term? Yes, I do. What do I need to do to be healthy long term? I need to drink more water. I need to give my body what it needs, which is good fats, it's good protein, good carbohydrates. Can I overeat? Can I eat too much of them? Yes, you can. Listen to your body. If your body's feeling good, you're feeling energised. Okay. If you're mentally thinking, yes, I'm where I want to be, then this guy can really help. However, you can get a bad human side too, which is basically when you think you know it all. Oh yeah, I've done this, I've been to this university, I've done that, and you're completely closed off to anything new going in. Okay, you're not open-minded. You put yourself on that ivory tower thinking you know it and you can't be told anything. That's when the bad human's there. Okay, that's when the bad human can be bad. The chimp can also be good in regards to keeping yourself alive. All right, it's a balance. I'll be honest, I'll level with you, it's a complete and utter balance like most things in life. You just got to think, what is it you want? Work with it, and it's practice. It's not easy to get right, because effectively there's two people in our brain. There's the chimp, there's the human, and then you've got this guy up here, which is the computer. It's the memory, which basically associates memories. It's your, if you let your chimp control it and run it over and over and over, then you get to fill it up with viruses. Bad news. Alright, it's going to keep failing on you, and then you think, oh, what have I done that for? And then you never break the chain. Alright, and it makes it hard because your chimp always relates to that. Your memory, oh, that's what I did last time, I'll do that. try to go to your computer first, think what it is you've done, and then maybe try and let your human fill up the computer a little bit. All right, but again, there is a balance. I mean, you know, we all go through life trying to do the best we can. No one's perfect. I just felt like I needed to touch on that a little bit, explain it, bit of fun. Right, I've been Nick from thefitnessfive.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.